seems to have staged a civilian coup because he has refused to constitute the IEBC. It's been confirmed here by Muturi that the abductions were really under his command, because he's the one who made the call and the young man was released. So if your son or daughter is released and you cannot get hold of William Ruto, what does that mean to us? We are on our own. When we have the likes of Sudi, Kamket, Kimani Ichung'wah, and Farah Marim, allowing the utterances that we have heard from their mouths in the presence of William Ruto, and to the amusement of him, William Ruto, kwa sababu yeye ndio alikuwa anapiga makofi kuliko wananchi wanapotukana watu. It means that the center is not holding, and we as Kenyans must heed the call that has been made by our leader, and we must prepare to do what the South Africans are the people of South Korea have done. It is time for us to go and arrest William Samoei Ruto from State House, because we are on our own. Hakuna kitu kingine tunangojea, na hakuna Mkenya anangojea kuambiwa Ruto ni mbaya. Wanajua ni mbaya kukuliko wewe mwenyewe. Hakuna jambo unaweza sema kwamba anaweza saidia sisi nalo. It is upon us to organize ourselves and get Ruto home, as leaders na sisi wote wa Kenya. And I want to add this: any person within the KK administration who chooses to remain until the end, or who chooses to leave earlier than the end, and the end can be earlier than that end you think of 2027. Wewe usikuje kutumiwa kuleta mambo ya kugawanyishwa kati yetu. Come, join us so that we are one unit that is ready to remove Ruto. Usije kuanza kuleta mipango ingine mpya, kwa sababu you will have confirmed that you are actually an agent of William Ruto, na utakuwa ukimsaidia kutimiza yale akina Kamketu wanasema. If somebody says that he can extend the life of the presidency, na president mwenyewe amekaa hapo na hayasema chochote, you need to know there is something more than is catching the eye. Lakini Kenyans have resolved, you are not going to intimidate any of us, any of the Kenyans, that enough is enough. Na wakati wa kwenda ni sasa, na kama sio sasa ni sasa hivi. Asante sana.
Well done. Any questions?
Yes, sir. You introduce yourself and then we take it up. Yes, sir. Yes.
The first question is that when Wiper Martin called for the appearance of the High Chief of Parliament, talk about some of the abduction cases that have been off, given that there is a special sitting tomorrow. Secondly, orders that were given to the members of Parliament, there are some MPs who are threatening to impeach the public. We have witnessed what some of nominated members of Parliament, even sitting members of Parliament, where they were even expelled from the House, but yet till today they are still there. So how different will it be for Farah Marim?
Okay. First of all, on Farah, he himself knows in his own mind, and it's for me a matter of grave, is very heavy on my heart, because I've known Mheshimiwa Farah. He used to be a reformist, campaigned for him seriously in Dadaab against that time an ODM candidate, and we won for Wiper. Therefore, it doesn't give me any pleasure. Even if, because there's that thing they always follow in the Constitution, unless somebody resigns in writing to Mr. Speaker, right? He will still sit there, like those renegade Jubilee MPs who are expelled. We know this. But beyond that, if you talk about the 13th Parliament, I repeat my earlier comments, that Parliament was impeached by the people of Kenya, led by the Gen Zs, on the 25th of June last year. So they lack moral authority to do anything. If the Wiper MPs were not in the majority, but a very strong, solid team, we even stood against impeachment, because they said, they had what Kenyans were said, kufa driver, kufa makanga. Even if they bring that motion, to oppose impeachment. But have we not heard Mr. Muturi tell them, bring it on, impeach him. But before you impeach him, please note you have been impeached by the people. That is the situation as it is. It's only that you cannot get arrest all of them like the Koreans did. And please, the reason the President of South Korea was arrested in State House was because he acted in contravention of the Constitution by declaring illegally martial law in South Sudan, in South Korea. That's why he eventually was arrested. We are talking about Mr. William Ruto, who has acted in contravention of the Constitution he swore to protect. The next round of demonstrations will go to arrest him. So, well, that's why my brother here is asking you, either pre or before or whatever, what the judge said. Let him first appear in court. It's a waste of time to call him to a compromising, kumbuka, state capture of parliament, state capture of the economy by Andani. And we led by the front, we led that from the front. We went to court, and William Ruto was forced to cancel those Adani deals, but there are some still standing. Like the health sector is still state captured by Andani. We know these things. So there's a lot of work to be done. Yes, sir. Oh, another Kioni Ngunjiri. Yeah, we know one. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes. Ngunjiri, Kenyans have gone ahead of me and ahead of us. 55,000 of them have directly petitioned the International Criminal Court. So this is serious, and I'm very proud to be a Kenyan at this time, because nobody is going to mess you up, ukiona. Nobody is going to preach fear to you. Nobody is going to even abduct you and think you are subdued, right? So, and I hope, by the way, before the 27th, the Mlolongo 4 will have been produced as well. And since it's Mr. William Ruto who makes a cause and they are released, let him also make another call, release them. We dealt with that matter before, Ngunjiri. If you're referring to Koki Muli's candidature, right, that was already given green light by a High Court judge, and then those puppets we are making reference to went on appeal. The appeal has taken inordinate, has experienced inordinate delay, meriting, in fact, necessitating the president of the Law Society, Madam Faith Odhiambo, to issue a statement on that matter, saying that the court system should clear any IEBC related matter, because that appeal has been lying there for three months unattended to. But I gather the matter is coming up, I think, on the 21st now. Let us hope it gets cleared once and for all. If Koki Muli loses, fine. If she doesn't lose, then the panel should be constituted immediately. Remember, we said, if by March there's no IBC, we will go to the streets, because these people are trying to pre-rig the 2027 election. On ICC, we have no problem. In fact, I think Paul Mwangi, dealing with the 2023 demonstrations, remember we lost over 65 Kenyans, and we wrote to the ICC. We can combine all this now, and I thank you, Bwana Ngunjiri. We will take this up, but we need to consult with Paul Mwangi and compile a very strong thing. This here, a criminal enterprise established, which is clearly in accordance with the stipulations under the Rome Statute. Yes, Madam. You see, we are saying carrying the highest responsibility is William Ruto. I saw the headline in the Standard calling Nuruddin the chief abductor. It is Ruto who is the chief abductor. So, this is the whole thing. The government, the entire machinery resigned. They got now his deputy president Kindiki Kithure, poor fellow, was meant to lie. Hey, ajabu ya Kenya. But this is clearly now where we are, and I think this is unstoppable. Kenyans now know the truth, and they are not going to sit and be intimidated anymore. Kwa hivyo, wa Kenya, tujitayarishe. Asanteni.